Hello again to another Agricultural React. Today we'll be watching what happens when nature goes viral. And from a thumbnail I can see a place that did went viral quite a lot and actually made me to go there too, and I've seen it. So the video is made by Vox and was published pre-pandemic, so in 2018 in October. So it's 5 years old, almost. And well, let's just see what they had say back then, because it's, I guess that viral thing didn't really change that much. So let's go and let's just
This is Horseshoe Bend. It's a stunning view of a U-turn
It is
in the
actually,
Colorado
it's very
River
nice.
near the border of Arizona and Utah. In the early 90s, this spot was a hidden gem, accessible by an unmarked dirt trail off the side of the highway. Locals described it as nearly empty, and that hardly anybody knew about it. But over the years, its popularity grew, first slowly, and then suddenly.
It's really well organized there now. We were there 3 years ago, and there you go.
In the past, this place would get maybe a few thousand visitors every single year. Now, that number is more like 1.5 million, and it keeps growing.
That change didn't happen because of any big marketing push. It happened because of geotagged pictures, like these. Digital popularity is physically changing the landscape. This place, and other public lands like it, are trying to adjust.
The goods.
Social media,
guys.
I
kinda
believe, was the main trigger. That explosion just has been overwhelming.
You can see that social media explosion when you look at the rate of Google searches for Horseshoe Bend. But it isn't the only previously hidden spot that's become internet famous. Similar increases have happened at Devil's Bathtub, a swimming hole in Virginia, Canaryville Falls, a waterfall trail in Utah, and Vance Creek Bridge, an old railroad overpass in Washington. So why are these places getting so much attention? For outdoor photographers searching for the perfect shot, Instagram made things easy. The app's interface put geotagging, the practice of attaching location data to a picture, front and center. And if a hidden spot didn't already have a location tag available, anyone could create one. These Instagram hotspots were often located either just outside protected lands or far off the beaten path. So as America's national parks became more popular than ever, these places started getting national park level crowds without having national park level infrastructure. Federally protected areas require a ton of planning and work to keep people and the environment safe.
There wasn't a developed trail here. There weren't any restroom facilities. There was no railing. It was an undeveloped site.
Without that infrastructure, the natural landscape can be damaged, and people following geotagging trends are at risk of injury or death. At Conundrum Hot Springs in Colorado, visitors disturbed wildlife, cut down trees for firewood, and left behind an overwhelming amount of human waste. And at Catterskill Falls in New York, at least 4 people have died while taking or posing for pictures.
What?
So at Horseshoe Bend, trail designers are getting to work. The Park Service and the City of Page are creating over 400 parking spaces, a welcome center, bathrooms, a viewing deck with safety railings, and laser-equipped signs to count attendance. And they're building a new ADA-compliant trail, lined with limestone to protect the surrounding environment, and reinforced with magnesium chloride to keep gravel in place.
Throughout the trail, all the improvements that we're doing are aimed at creating as natural environment as possible. It's a difficult balance. You're not going to stop people from going to the rim's edge and trying to capture that iconic photo.
That's the thing. It's a part of Grand Canyon.
So all we can do
Grand Canyon
is
in general.
implore that people be safe.
For places like
That's just like
Canaryville
you mentioned,
Falls
it's outside
in
Grand
Utah,
Canyon
that
National
concern
Park.
for safety extends to their residents too. The town's water comes from a spring near the falls, where it's piped to tanks near the canyon entrance. It used to be a local secret, but in 2016, 40,000 people hiked that trail, disturbing the water source and leaving debris behind.
It shares so quick and it gets out there so fast, people can look at it and say, oh wow, look at that. Then they tap on the photo and it'll tell where it was from or where it was taken, things like that, and then people go wild over it. And then you can imagine what that does to the canyon floor, the trail, the water, people in and out. We've just tried to take adequate measures to try to work with the ecosystem and not have it ruin our water source.
Others are taking a different approach. There's now a growing movement in the nature photography scene against geotagging.
So in 1999, this organization called Leave No Trace came up with a set of guidelines for people to use while they're in the outdoors. These are things like don't leave trash behind, don't interfere with wildlife, leave everything as it was when you saw it.
Leave no
and now
trace,
in 2018,
basically.
they've announced that they're encouraging people not to
that's what they say.
geotag photos while they're in nature.
That's what it's called, actually.
We've always had the tendency to explore, and sometimes be irresponsible, in nature. And modern technology just amplifies those urges. With so many natural wonders at our fingertips today, it's even more urgent that we treat them with respect and care before it's too late.
Hi there. Thanks for watching The Goods, and thanks to our sponsor, American Express. Amex has a credit card feature that gives you choices for how to make payments big or small, called Pay It, Plan It. Pay It helps you reduce your balance by making small payments throughout the month, and Plan It can help you split purchases over $100 up over time. You can check it out at americanexpress.com/payitplanet. And thanks again to American Express. Their support made this series possible.
Yeah, so like I mentioned, we've been in the Horseshoe Bend, and it is quite amazing place. But I wouldn't know if that wouldn't be a viral place. And I've been in Grand Canyon years before, in 2014, and I never heard about it. But the thing is as well that I stayed in Vegas, and so the drive to Grand Canyon National Park in January. Okay, I'm making it complicated. Anyway, so in wintertime, Grand Canyon have only the south rim open. The north rim is closed, so you can't really go and visit from the north. So you have to go from the south. So basically that's what we did in 2014. But in 2020, when we were in States again, we actually went to Zion National Park. It's north of the north rim of Grand Canyon Park. So we went to Zion National Park, Bryce National Park, or we tried, and then drive back through the Page, and we stopped by the Bend, and then we went to Grand Canyon, and it took us about 3 days, I think, to kind of drive that all. And we obviously haven't seen everything. We got to Grand Canyon really late as well, because we are terrible at planning and leaving early. But yeah, I've seen it, and it was actually amazing to see places like this. But yeah, I've noticed that a lot of people are irresponsible. They're leaving like trash. Like national parks in America are really well-organized organization. They're very well prepared for all the millions of people that they actually visiting national parks, but doesn't mean that they can do everything. It's not like I've been taught, like in Poland there are national parks obviously, but they are as organized. They are better and better every year, but I haven't really been in many national parks recently, so in Poland, so I can't really say about it, but like I was very impressed how national parks in America are organized, taking account as well that they're massive. Like some of them are much bigger than, let's say, Ireland is whole thing. So I'm planning in the future to go back to some of the national parks to see more, but it's just like some people are just not prepared at all. They don't read all the information that is available on the websites, or even on like find on internet what to do when you are in national park. There is wildlife in all of those national parks, especially like Grand Canyon and Yosemite National Park. They have bears, they have cougars, they have wolves and stuff like that, things that they're dangerous for people. So I don't know, I think that people are often not even unprepared, but they don't even think about that it's because there's a park in the name doesn't mean it's a park as in park in the city. So sorry guys, it's just yeah. What do you think about it? What did you think about this video? I think that was very good. Like what happens when nature goes viral, that's what happens, but basically people want to see it too for themselves. This is why I went to Horseshoe Bend, to see it, because I've seen it online on Instagram most likely, and it was looking awesome, and it was awesome in thing. I'm gonna try to find and put some pictures in here now, or videos even, because we do have videos. Never edited them, but alright, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.